Not necessarily really leather and Jimmy Sharp.
And I get discount on that, 20% off.
Oh, Kirsty. You used to get 30.
Oh, no, it might be 25. I think Betty's 30.
Oh, sorry.
Lululemon.
Do they do any decent stuff?
Then they do some decent stuff in there. It's expensive. Do you know what? I don't know. Let's look. Right, let's start by stretching our legs down, interlacing our fingers, turning our palms away, taking a full body stretch. I want you to slide onto the backs of your heels so your toes draw in towards you, almost as if you're lifting your heels off the ground and lengthening the arms, extending the elbows. Just feeling the whole body stretching. As you inhale through the rib cage, you start to stretch on the exhale a little bit further. Now, as you stretch your arms, your shoulders will naturally come up. See if you can drop your shoulders a little bit, but lengthen the elbows. Keep those heels off the ground. Take one more breath, really increasing through that rib cage. And then exhale. You're going to release your arms. You're going to bring them down by your side. Tuck your shoulder blades slightly underneath your body and then relax the spine. And then I want you to point the toes away. So you stretch down the fronts of the toes into the shins. Squeeze the belly and draw the navel down to the base of your spine. We're going to inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Once you've reached the top, I want you to just draw the toes down and push the foot towards the ceiling. Squeezing into your lower belly to draw the thigh further in. Lengthen out that hamstring. And then just release that leg back down towards the floor. Swap over to the other side. We lift the right leg up. Try and create as much of an L shape as possible. Squeeze the belly to draw the thighs in. Push that sole of the foot towards the sky. Straighten that leg. So your core is instantly active to try and drive the leg in. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Lower the leg down towards the floor. This time we lift the left leg up. We go back into that extension and then slide the right foot into dorsiflexion, toes in. Squeeze the belly and lift the right leg into a little hover. So you're just starting to push a little bit more into that lower tummy. Really lengthen out. Push through both legs. Draw deeper down into that lower tummy. Relax your shoulders. Take one more breath here. And then lift the right leg up to join the left. Pause at the top. Lower your left leg and hover that left leg. Straighten both knees. Take a deep breath. Squeeze that tummy a little bit more. One more breath. Just holding that hover. And then lift the leg back up. Pausing at the top. Bend the knees. Briefly hug your knees in so you feel that lower back stretching out. Should feel quite nice. And then those legs are going straight back up again. This time the hands come behind the back of the head. We're going to slowly lift up into a crunch. And this is where you're going to hold your crunch. You're going to lower your left leg down as you twist to your right knee, lifting the leg all the way back up again and swapping to the other side. This is really, really slow. When you draw your elbow towards the knee, the opposite elbow is pushing down into the ground. But make sure your twist is coming from the waist and the rib cage and you're not yanking your head and you're not moving your hips. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center, staying up in your crunch. We're going to go 3 more each side. If you're struggling at any point, you can bend your knee and tap your toe instead. And just take the pressure off the abs. So go 1 more each side. Pause in the middle. See if you can extend those legs a little bit more. Come up into a crunch. Give me some little pulses and work into those upper abs. Just going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release down. Bend those knees. Give them another little hug and a roll around in that lower back. Straight into it today. Straight into those tummies. Flush out all that booze, Lisa.
Yeah, good luck. It took 2 weeks to get in there, it's gonna take 4 to get out.
Drop the feet into the ground. Slide your heels a little bit closer in towards your bottom. Keep your knees, ankles and hips aligned. Tuck those shoulder blades back under. As we roll up into bridge, take your arms up with you and stretch your arms behind you, pressing your fingers to the ground, spreading your fingers, lengthening the arms close to those ears, and then tuck your tailbone and feel your buttocks just squeezing and lifting those hips a little bit more. All we're going to do is drop our buttocks to the floor, keeping the top part of our rib cage on the ground and lift straight back up. So we're not rolling the spine, we are extending the spine. So we're just staying up high in the upper part of our backs, but lowering our buttocks till they brush the ground and lifting back up. So it's a slight different exercise to that rolling. Pressing down, lifting up. Turn up. Stomach, oh my God. Not quite sure Pilates is good when you've got a dodgy tummy.
Pleasant.
Oh, yeah, it's moving round.
Right.
Let's do 5 more. See if you can just squeeze the butt a little bit more as you lift up. Hold the last one up at the top for me. So big lift up. Lift the heels. Let's work into those calves. Tap the heels as you inhale. Exhale, lift the heels off the ground. Just give me 10 of these. Up for 9. 8. Keep those arms strong and lengthened. Keep the buttocks fired up. Tuck that tailbone under. 6. 5. Really press up onto the tips of those toes to work into those calves. Last 3. Don't let the knees fall too far apart. 1 more. Stay on the toes. Pulse the hips. Big, big squeezes in those butt cheeks. Keep pressing, pressing up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down. And now we're going to roll it out. Bringing the arms with us as we go. So we're going to work individually on one leg. So we're going to take the left ankle over the right knee. No surprises here. Everything you've done, Lucy may not have done some of these things. So we're sliding the right hand behind the back of the head and we're lifting the right knee up to tabletop. At the same time, we take a twist. We're going back to those obliques, tapping the elbow towards the shin, but not yanking the head, and tapping the foot down as the head drops. So we exhale in, inhale down.
Mm.
8. Hair. And oh my God, my brain's gone, but I'm too tired today. Burrata, salad.
Right, good morning.
Press it up. And if you want more, extend the right leg and bend it back in. 8 more of these. You can just stay with the taps if that's enough for you. Your tummy's dodgy. Last 4. Last 2. And when we've done that last one, we keep the ankle on the knee, we drop the foot down, drop the head down. Take your arms a little bit wider, let them relax, and just drop the knees to the left. So that left foot pushes down on the right knee. We take a little stretch down the right side of the thigh into the hip, maybe into the abs, maybe into the lower back, rib cage. Try and drive the right shoulder back down to the floor as you push. The aim here is to get both knees on the ground. You can slide your right leg to adjust the position. If you can't do it, just stack your knees and just do a little side bend. That's it.
Opinions.
I know. See if you can get those knees a little bit close to the ground. And then take another breath in, and on the exhale, we roll back up, staying in that same position. Slide the right foot in. The arms can stay slightly wide. Tuck those shoulders back under again, and then use your right foot to ground down, and we're lifting up into a bridge. So you can stay here, or if you can, slide the top of your foot onto the right thigh, so the kneecap is pointing towards the sky, pushing down on that leg to create a little bit more weight. So we go back to dropping the buttocks to the floor and lifting straight back up. Now the focus is on that right buttock now. Pressing down, lifting up. And if you want, you can lift the heel at the top, drop the heel, tap buttocks, lift up, lift the heel. So it's up to you which one you want to do. Am I recording this? I couldn't remember if I was recording then, with the sudden panic. If you don't want to roll that foot, you could just stay with it crossed. And if that still doesn't work for you, you could just lightly tap it on the ground. But as long as the weight's going into that right leg. Lift and lower. There's more on my left. Do you? Your left's not doing anything. No. Give me 4 more. It might be the just position of the thigh, putting around the hip area. I don't know. Right, we hold that last one up into the air. If you're on your heel, stay up off that heel, and then take that left leg high to the sky. Flex the foot, drop the leg down in line with the opposite leg, and lift all the way back up again. Flex, then point to lift. You can drop the heel if it's too much on your calves or hamstrings. If you want to go further, drop the leg all the way down to the floor, but don't let the left hip drop. That's the challenge. We've got 6 more. 4 more. Come on, really extend that leg up to the sky. Keep those buttocks fired up. Squeeze your belly in tight. Make sure you're breathing. 1 more. Then that leg goes back over the knee, ankle over knee. Open the left knee, lift the hips up high for 1 more breath. Exhale, roll it out. Hit the ground. Then we can stretch the left glute, even though it's not the left glute that was working. Slide your hand around the back of the hamstring or the front of the shin on that right leg. Drive the thigh in, open the left knee, push your buttocks back down into the floor, pull your shoulders back down. And breathe. So the stretch starts to ease off. You just use your arm to pull the right thigh a little bit further in, and then push the left knee open further. Feel it's easing off even more, try and grab the shin if you haven't already. And imagine trying to park the coccyx back down into the ground and heart stretch. Couple more breaths here. And then release the legs. Now I'm going to roll over onto our right side. And we're going to come up onto our right elbow. So you can either switch ends if you need to, if you want to face me. Just remember the left leg's at the top. The drool or
That was one, I don't waste.
lift it all up. Have a little suck at the top. Okay, we're going up into a half plank. So lift up onto that lower knee and push your hips forward. We're all going to stay on that lower knee. There's no fully on the toes. The top arm is going to come up and over, and use this opportunity as a little stretch. Feel that lift of the hips and that lovely pull down through the rib cage and across that left hip. Then we're going to extend the top leg And we're also going to lift that up to a stretch. So stretch away, point the toe. From here, we're going to lift the kneecap up towards the sky. The elbow also does the same. And we squeeze and we side crunch in. And then we lengthen away. We exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So as you pull that knee up and over, you're lifting your hips up at the same time. So you want to have that underneath buttock active, squeezing in. Look at it like a side crunch. You're on your side. That's fine. Come on, keep going. Lift up higher. Strengthen. Lift. Strengthen. 5, 4. Squeeze that underneath buttock. 2. Hold your next one. Elbow to knee. Hold, hold, hold. Lift the hip. Squeeze it. Crunch a little bit more. Suck the belly in. Then lengthen away. Lift the leg and arm and hold. 10, 9. Lift the hips. 7, 6. Lift the hips. Lift the leg. Straighten that arm. 3, 2, and release. Turn back over and your back. I've got my heart rate up.
It's really hot in here.
It's really hot.
It's generally hot outside, so I'm going to have 21.
How is it that we didn't do it? Yours outside.
I know, I was thinking about that because there was no peel on the grass. The lawn is mown.
Yeah, but are there ants?
Well, we go to the back garden.
Oh, I see, yeah. Wouldn't it be nice, you know?
I know, maybe we'll do that next time.
Yeah, I'm not listening. There seems to be another door open over there, though. Yeah.
I can run a sneaky session though on Friday on holiday. We'll see. Okay, let's take those arms out wide. Now the left ankle is going back over that right leg. And I want you to lift the right knee in and extend the right leg up to the sky. Now listen to my instructions. This is a bit of core stability. We're going to drop the right heel towards the front corner of the mat, so slightly angled. Then you lift up and do a little curve over and drop to the other side. So it's going to challenge a little bit more of your abs, and you want to try and keep those buttocks fully on the ground. You can do this with bent knee. So you can just drop it a little bit more over to the right, lift it up through the middle, and drop it over to the left. Okay, so do it with a bent knee if it's too much with the straight leg. Squeeze down, lift up. Somebody's clunking in my back doing this. And over. Your arms are there for a little bit of stability. Try not to speed the elevation. It's very easy to drop slow and then lift up quick. Keep the same pace. Let's do 4 more. Slowly tap down. Last one, over to the side, then lift up, stay up in the middle. Drop down to about 45 degrees and give me some little pulses in and out. 10, 9, use that lower belly. Come on, squeeze it. Extend that right leg if you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, listen to my instructions, and hold. Bend your right leg if it's not already. And then carefully rock your body over to the right side. So your left foot hits the floor, your right leg hits the floor. Use your right hand to open the knee and just have a little mini stretch there. Just a tiny little opening of the hip. So after a couple of breaths here, you then slide your hand over the top of the thigh and we're going to ease that knee to the floor. Now, if it's too much, with that knee as high as it is, because my left foot is now sliding underneath my right knee, which is a deeper stretch. That's too much for you. Stack your knees. So the whole idea here, if you want to keep that left shoulder blade pressed to the floor and your eye gaze drifts to the left hand. Just really breathe into it. So physically use your arm to push the knee down and then breathe and drive your left shoulder blade further into the floor. So you're moving through the stretch the whole time. And then when you're ready, just release that knee. Now stack your knees and then use your abs to lift the knees up and give your knees a little hug at the top. And take a little roll around, reset yourself. Yeah, let's pop those feet back down to the ground. Extend your legs fully down on your mat. Interlace those fingers again, take a full stretch. Toes in, heels away. Relax the shoulders, push your lower back down into the ground. As you do so, you'll feel your rib cage just stretching that tiny bit more. And then release your arms. Point your toes. Stretch down the fronts of the feet. Engage your lower abs. Lift your left leg up. Lift your right leg up. Drop your left leg down. Drop your right leg down. Lift your right leg up. Left leg follows. Right leg pops that back down. And the left leg pops back down. Or left leg up. Right leg up. This time you can drop your left leg to a hover. Or you can drop it all the way down, followed by your right leg, and repeat that exercise. Or stay with me if you can. Flex your feet. Pulse your left leg. Or just carry on doing that same pattern we were doing before. Pressing, keep pressing. 8 more. See if you can get your right leg high to the sky. Then we lift that left leg up. And you can either carry on doing that same pattern or drop your right leg to a hover. Hold, squeeze that lower belly deep, and let's go into those pulses. Draw your lower back down into the floor so your lower back's not taking over. Straighten that left leg as much as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We lift the leg up and we pop the feet down. Right ankle over left knee. So earlier on, we started off with the ab one. This time, I'm going to start off with the bridge and come back to the ab one. Just give our abs a tiny little breather. Slide the left foot a little bit closer in. Your arms are slightly wide, so I'll make it like an arrow shape through the arms to the point of my head. And when you're ready, we'll lift the hips up into a bridge. Open the right knee, squeeze that left foot. Just pause here, get used to this position. And if you can, then slide the foot onto the thighs, the kneecap pointed to the sky. Then we drop the buttocks and we lift straight back up again. Options to lift your heel if you want, or you can just start off with a flat foot and then add the heel after a few reps. Squeeze, release. Get right on the tips of those toes, work those calves. And as you lift the toes, you'll feel an extra squeeze through the back of the hamstrings. Four more. The last one, stays up at the top. You can lift up onto that heel, give some little pulses. Complete what we did on the other side. Keep pressing, squeeze it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We hold this position. Drop your heels if you need to. Take that right foot and extend it to the sky. Flex the foot. We drop the leg down in line with the left thigh, with the toe lift straight back up. Drop, lift up. Does it feel hard on the side?
Yeah.
Woo. Struggling myself. My own exercise of lift, If you wish to go to the ground, drop to the ground and lift up. Just give me 5 more. Come on, squeeze into that left glute.
Oh, gee.
I know. Come on, work through it, through the breath. The breath gets you everywhere. One more big lift up to the sky. And then pop it over that right left knee again. Oh, I've got cramp. And lower to the floor. I think you should get cramp.
Oh.
And then just let the knees fall over to the right. So that the foot is pushing the left knee to the floor, ideally both knees grounded, and then pull that left shoulder blade back down into the ground. Adjust the left leg as much as you need to. You might find you get a little bit more stretch if you slide the foot back a little bit. You want it across your left hip area, not your lower back necessarily. Why is that so hard on that side compared to the other side? Weaker side. Couple more breaths, really breathe into it, drop the knee a little bit lower if you can. And then from there, you just keep the ankle over that knee. We bring ourselves back into the center again. Find your central position. Let your spine relax. Slide your left hand to the back of the head. We lift our left knee up into tabletop. At the same time, you're twisting your your left elbow to the knee, tapping foot, head drop, we come back in again. So this one is more important about lifting that left leg than the actual twist itself. So get some mobility into that hip area. And then if you want to take it up a notch, you extend the left leg as the head drops, to left leg stays hovered, and then you put it back in again, push it away. 8 more. Last 4. Come on, let's get a little bit more movement in those legs. Squeeze it up. One more big pull up. And then release down. Warm, isn't it? In fact, we usually have that door open for a breeze. We haven't today. Really closed. Okay, let's lift that left thigh in. Come into a stretch and glute on the right buttock. Stretch the glute to the right buttock. If that makes sense. Shoulders pulled down into the floor. Left thigh pulls in. Right knee pushes away. Try not to sway over to the right buttock. And try not to lift your coccyx. It's half the battle with this stretch. Grab the shin if you want to make it a little bit deeper. But if you do, try to pull the shoulders back down. One more breath here. Drive it in a little bit deeper on that last exhale. And then gently release it off. Take the arms out to a T shape. And then pop that right foot down onto the floor as you twist to the left. Left hand opens the right knee out. Then when you're ready, slide your hand over the top of the thigh and ease the knee down into the ground so you start to twist. So if it's too much for you, stack your knees. You want to try and get that right shoulder blade pushed into the floor and your eye gaze drifts across to the right hand. That arm is fully extended and you're pulling against the stretch, so you're resisting. Like this. Go deeper, get that knee lower, get that shoulder pressed further into the floor. Two more breaths here. So if you have your legs entwined, stack your knees, release the left hand, and then lift those knees up into the center, and give them a little hug in. So we're popping the feet back down. That right ankle goes back over that left knee. Arms out wide-ish. You can have them out completely wide to a T-shape if you wish. I think we did that earlier. When you're ready, we lift the left knee in, extend the left leg, and then we drop the heel over as we drop our hips down, tapping the corner of the mat, lifting up and going the other way. So you're not swaying too much to the side. Do it with bent knee if you feel you're more in control. I'd rather you try and did the full exercise than struggle through and give up with a straight leg. Slow it down. Any more taps? When you've done your last one, I'm going a bit faster than me. You lift the legs up to the sky, hold it there. See if you can just hold on, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend the knee, pop both feet down onto the ground. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out. Take a little rock through the hips this time. Okay, we're going to turn over onto our left side. So I'm going to switch ends on facing you guys. Elbow underneath the shoulder, knee stacked. Push up onto the knee, pull your hips forward as you do so. So everything through the waistline is fixed in. The arm comes up for a stretch over. Take your right leg out. Take a long deep breath in. Squeeze that underneath butt cheek and exhale. Let's come overhead. Knee and elbow, reach up to the sky and meet in the middle as best you can. So try and get the knee up high rather than in front. Exhale. Right, Eva. I think you've done too much today, haven't you? 5. Feel yourself physically pulling in. Get that waistline working in side flexion. I want to see your waist picking up. Now lift your hips a little bit higher. 6. 5. Come on, lift up a little bit more. 4. 3. Last 2, last 2, last 2. One more. Hold this one in. Squeeze, tap, lift higher. Then lengthen away and hold. Lift the hips, lift the arms, lift the legs. 5, 4. Squeeze that underneath butt cheek. And release. That was hard. Swivel around. And come sit down. We're going to take it into a really nice stretch. A little bit more of a stretch. So see a bit more stretch today. It's really hot. Finding out it might be disastrous. Scream my stomach. Bottom.
There's a bit of a breeze. Home again. Oh my God, like this.
Slide your right foot in to meet the inner thigh. If your leg doesn't like this position, take it out loosely to the side if it's better there. And then physically slide your left hip a little bit further back so you're kind of realigning yourself. Lift your arms. And we're aiming to get this foot. Now, you can't catch the foot. Can't catch the foot, find your hand underneath. We need my bands, don't we? Bend your knee until you can get the foot. You are at a disadvantage because you've got long legs.
It's not just me then.
So get a full strong grip of your toe. And then you use that grip to then slide to your deepest hamstring stretch you can go to. Soften through the spine and just drop your chest down towards your thigh. You might feel it in your lower back, which is quite nice. Go on, Luce.
To be fair, it's taken me a long time to go. Isn't it? Good year, I reckon.
Yeah. Lucy, your knees will be down by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Well, you've got to go back to work.
I'll do it. It's very nice.
Sleep work.
Yeah.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it as part of your with your kids.
Yeah.
All of you do a Pilates session
Yeah.
together.
I feel like Pilates and wine, but Pilates and paint.
Pilates and paint.
You said it's like line on paper.
Yeah.
I think it's like.
Create shapes.
Yeah.
But
It's just a brown.
Okay, ease it off.
yeah, have you seen?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah.
Come up. Bend the left leg. Left arm inside the leg. And then open up. So use that wedge in the left leg to twist and open the arm out. Lift the spine tall. Take the right arm up and over the ear. Come over into a side bend. So you're reaching towards your left foot. So keep turning, twisting and reaching. Some of you may be able to catch your foot and go to full extension here. I can't. And just keep turning and twisting. Make sure that left arm is wedged inside the left leg as best you can. You feel that stretch, Lucy?
Yeah.
Are you? Do you need me to help you with the stretch to make it deeper?
I usually say no.
No.
God sakes, say no.
Keep turning, keep reaching, keep lengthening. Take that arm across the ear, turn your eye gaze to the sky. One more deep breath here, then release the top arm up and come up. And then we're going to swap sides. So bend the knees as much as you need to. Lift up tall, and let's catch that right foot. Step out. Need a bit of you. It's getting quite tragically bad now.
Tips. And I'm getting them done on Saturday. He's getting.
I don't know, they don't grow very quick, so you might get them soon. Fingernails are too long. Breathing, keep dropping, going deeper, chest to thigh. Use that left arm especially. If you can, lose grab it with your left hand to make it harder. And then drop your left elbow further down. Extend those knees. 3 more breaths. Breathe into it. Even. Good. Just a good stretch. Your stretch. Your leg is straight. Okay, let's ease it. Bending that right leg, arm inside, lift up tall, open the arm. Use this position before you even begin the stretch to lift taller by using your right arm against that leg. Then the arm comes up and over the ear. Then you can side bend over, and if you want to go further, you extend the leg and your body goes with you. But that's only if you can. Then work on turning the chest towards the sky, including your eye gaze, and lengthening that arm across your ear to full extension. Keep breathing, keep going further. Push your left buttock down as you reach further into that left side of your rib cage, lower back, wherever you've got it. 2 more breaths. Then the arm comes first, the rest of the body follows. Now, keeping this left one bent, bring both your feet in. Slide them away to create that diamond shape through the legs. We're going to do that nice back release one. I like this one. Forearm under the calf, both sides, hands flat to the ground. Then push your legs down into your forearms. And then pull your rest of your body away from your feet, curving the spine, dipping the chin slightly. The more you push down with those arms, the more you'll feel your shoulder blades opening out. So imagine someone's pulling your whole spine away and you're trying to make that C curve. And then ease off the legs and just let yourself fall forward into it. Let's go again. Push down and pull away. Oh, that position. Wedge your arms further with those legs. Pull your spine deeper, starting from the base. Think about each vertebrae opening up more, especially between those shoulder blades. Chin dips. 2 more breaths here. Breathe, breathe. And then ease it off. Sliding your arms carefully out. Lifting yourself back up. Roll the shoulders. Just take your hands behind you. Slide your feet a little bit closer in. Turn your finger to the side. Pull your shoulder blades back and lift up into a little mini bridge. It's quite nice. You can swing your knees side to side if you wish. And just ease off the hips. But at the same time, lift your chest up and squeeze your shoulder blades. You're trying to get that extension. I really like this one.
Yeah, that's nice.
Couple more little sways. Come into the center, pushing the edge of those feet to lift your hips up and lift that chest and get another 4 or 5 inches higher. Hold it. 5, open the knees. 3, 2, and then we drop our bottoms. Once we land on the ground, pull the heels close in, and then use that grip of the ankles or the feet to lift up tall. So if you can use your arms to drive your chest forward without bending the spine. So you can stay here and just work on the length of the spine and easing forward, or you can soften the spine and dip down towards the toes, whatever works for you. Gosh, none of it works for me, this one. It's good to stay upright, I think. Keep pushing the knees down. Keep going deep into the stretch. But no one. And then just ease it off. We're going to swing our feet around behind us. We're going to come to child's pose. So knees wide, big toes together. Get a really nice wide position in the hips. And we're sliding our arms forward. So we're sinking down, reaching the fingertips, but pulling back into the heels and just easing off and allowing everything just to kind of let go. So once you've got that full extension of the arms, let the elbow drop. And just stay here. So Evie, you might want to just do a little cat stretch instead. Focus on your breath. Continue with that big opening through the sides of the rib cage as you inhale, and the exhale, just for yourself, letting go a little bit more. Shoulders relaxing. If you wish, I'm just going to change the child's pose position. If you slide your knees together and bring your hands and catch hold of your heel, imagine you just want to curl yourself into a little ball. Just squeeze everything into the center of your body. Whilst you're here, interlace your fingers behind the base of your spine and lift your arms up and over. Just open out front of the shoulders. Lift a little bit higher. And then carefully ease your hands back down. Bring your fingertips just in front of you and then just roll yourself up. Take a little shoulder roll, open the arms. We're going to end here, kneeling down or up. Lift up, look up, reach the fingers higher, and then bow all the way down to the floor till your elbows hit the ground. Lift all the way up. Give yourself a big clap, ladies and gentlemen.